We are going to be taking a look back right now at the Freddy vs. Jason Neca Jason Voorhees action figure. Now, I'm sure all of those who are watching right now are big Jason Voorhees fans, so I thought I would do another review on this figure, kind of take a look back at it right now, because it's a really cool figure. I purchased it off Comic Collectibles. I didn't purchase this figure anywhere else. Really hard to find figure, hard to come by. They are still, I mean, if they're still available, you can purchase them at some store, but I think like a comic book store will be the place because that's what they carry these figures for. And basically I wanted to do another review on this figure because I thought that this figure deserves another review. So let's start with the detailing now. The detailing on the hockey mask looks amazing. You can see that there's a red stripe right here and two red stripes right here going to his mask. You have some really nice detail on the jacket and the coat that he wears in the movie. It's torn up and everything, like his t-shirt underneath. It's a pretty cool detail. As I was mentioning before in my previous review for this figure, I didn't mention like about the spot right here. You know, I wanted to do this review because here's what I wanted to say. I wanted to say that this spot kind of proves to me that his coat is damaged, like in the movie when he's fighting with Freddy Krueger. But yeah, that's like in the scene like where he fights, Freddy Krueger stabs him, and he kind of tears up some of his t-shirt. You know, kind of like tears up some parts of his t-shirt, and they're all torn up and everything. So it's pretty cool. He's wearing some pants, and he has some boots. Now, I don't know if a zombie Jason would prefer the big boots or the small boots, but I think he would go rather with these boots because they kind of look but I think he prefers the big boots because they kind of look more like the monster boots, if I'm correct on this one, if you remember that. Yeah. Friday the 13th had a lot of movies. Jason Lives, Jason Takes Manhattan, for example. They had Friday the 13th, the remake. The remake was nice. It was better than... It was kind of really better because Jason, that movie, reinterpretation of the character. He ran really fast and he killed people. That remake, it was kind of really better, kind of like the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. I'll review the Freddy Krueger figure as well after this figure, but that remake, it was just awesome. I kind of find it that all remakes, they're not really horrible. I mean, if they continue with their Friday the 13th, the better movies like they do now, I think they're gonna make a part 2 to the remake. So keep doing what you guys do best. Keep making more Friday the 13th movies. New Line Cinema. Maybe we'll see like a part 3 or a part 4 or a part 2 to be exact. But yeah, there's another remake called Jason X, which I really didn't like because that remake was horrible. Just camera down here somewhere so you can see. I didn't really like the remake of Jason X. I mean, I was kind of thinking it was a silly movie because first of all, you have no campers in this movie. You had like none of them. All you had was cyborgs and robots and kind of really strange things going on in outer space. But Jason X, like, I preferred the Jason that kind of would look more like this if they brought him back for the movie, but, you know, they didn't because they kind of killed him off in the movie later because, you know, that, if you remember in the scene, that robot girl, she kind of kills him in the movie, you know, and then they can't find his flesh and blood, you know, so they kind of take, like, a piece of the robotic material and they kind of attach it to kind of his body because they really can't find, like, his flesh and bones, you know, like, that were like kind of before the attack, you know, they couldn't find anything, so they kind of freeze him in one of the pods, and what they do basically is they take a little bit of the flesh right here, going down to his boots, and then they like take that and they reattach his body like to the cybernetic, like, kind of like the robotic, like, kind of creature kind of like thing. So they also kind of bring back his new mask, and his new machete, like in the movie. So they kind of make that one as well. So it's pretty cool. But they kind of make it so that Jason Voorhees has a newer weapon. So he uses a newer machete to kill them with. They bring it back his hockey mask as well. In the movie, he looks really nice. The kills were amazing in that movie. The murders and everything else in the movie, they kind of worked out. But the part where the people are just annoying, it gets annoying every once in a while, because you may be thinking this. You may be thinking, why am I reviewing this figure then? Because I want to review it and I want to show it to you guys what it really looks like again. So this is just taking a look back at what it looks like. So here he is. Nice detail in the gloves as well. They appear to be damaged, like from the fight scene with Freddy Krueger. Really nice detail on the machete. I'll get to that in a minute, the accessories, but since I kind of haven't reviewed this figure again, I thought I would go ahead and do a review on it once again. So here it is. Really nice detail. Overall, the quality on this figure is top notch. Now, I wouldn't say top notch because this figure deserves like an A+ on this, but what I would go ahead saying is that this is an awesome figure, and I'm glad I picked it up because this figure was amazing. I wouldn't skip out on buying any Friday the 13th, figures, because I really love Friday the 13th. Although I've never seen it, I really enjoy like how Jason looks through every film. So that's basically what I wanted to say. So articulation. Jason's head does go side to side, kind of the same articulation. And I'll end this review very quickly. His other hand does move. His gloves also move right here. Just have to do this very quickly. They also move right here. And his other hand moves like right here. Then you can see that it moves right here, his waist. And at the boots, same articulation in the boots, although he could be like put on a display base. And yeah, that's what I wanted to tell you. Accessories, like we get with other figures, with most horror figures. He comes with a removable hockey mask. I didn't know this was an accessory at first, but let me take it off. And his face looks mutated. So there you have it, everyone. His face is mutated from the movie. And then we have his removable machete. I'm gonna just go ahead and put him off to the side, put his hockey mask back on so you can see like what it looks like. Here's a close-up look of the machete that he uses in the movie. This is in the part where Jason fights with Freddy Krueger, and Jason's machete, it kind of like looks silver at first, but you can see the edges on it, and they're pretty cool looking. This is in the part where he fights with Freddy Krueger and his machete gets burned, and it kind of turns to a black one. It doesn't turn into a silver because it's a silver machete. It's kind of like battle damage. So, he fights with Freddy and kind of, his machete burns off like some of the silver. So yeah, you can see it right down here, and that's pretty cool. And he's a really cool figure. I'm gonna put him over here. And I'm not going to compare him because I want to make this review very quickly. I know it's very long, although, but you can wait for those minutes to pass by while you're watching this review. And this is the same Jason Voorhees that we get in the battle packs, starting with the Freddy Krueger one. We get him in the battle packs. Then we get him as a separate figure for that, and I didn't know his head turned. It was kind of hindered, it was frozen stiff, so you can't really turn his head or anything like that. Because it was frozen stiff right in the pegs, But then, you can turn his head, side to side. I didn't know, you can turn his head side to side. I didn't know that, happened or anything. But he's a very cool figure. Overall, if you're going to go with this Freddy Krueger, Sorry that I said Freddy Krueger. Overall, this is a pretty cool figure. If you're gonna go with the Jason Voorhees figure, don't mind buying this one. Don't mind picking this one up, because this is an excellent figure. You might have a hard time finding him, like, at some comic book stores, but don't worry about it, you guys. You can still pick him up, even if you're a collector, or pick him up in the 2-packs if it's, if they're available. But, yeah, thank you all for watching this, review. I was taking a look back at the Freddy vs. Jason Neca Jason Voorhees action figure, which was a pretty cool one, by the way. I really enjoyed that. This was my last review on it, so I'm not going to be doing any more reviews on it because I'm going to be doing my Freddy Krueger one as well. But thank you all for watching. Make sure to tell me what you think about this figure. I'm not going to compare him or do a size comparison like I always do with some of my figures. But yeah, overall, he's indeed a very great figure, and I think that, picking him up was worth the price, because this figure was absolutely amazing and stunning. He was really stunning because as soon as I open the package, he just looks awesome. Straight out of the movie. He also does have rubbery hair, but I'm not going to worry about that, but yeah. This is a really fantastic and great figure, and if you can find it, then it's going to be really awesome, once you pick it up. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching this review. Stay tuned for more reviews or something like that, because I'm gonna be doing my last Freddy Krueger review. So for the Freddy Krueger figure, and I will see you all later.